Hey, what's up? And thanks for listening. This is He Reads to You on YouTube, Patreon, and wherever else I might end up making a page, maybe X, Instagram, stuff like that. This video covers how to become a professional audio producer, audio content, anything with your voice. The challenges therein, how hard it is, how to edit audios a little bit. First and foremost, people tend to like my voice, so I've been trying to capitalize on that for almost 3 years. Did really good on some websites, making inappropriate audios, but not everyone's comfortable with that popping up on their bank statement. So then, for the past year, I've been trying to break out into reading for Audible or voiceovers for fan fiction, stuff like that. And it's been a little challenging because when you go to Audible, the first thing they ask is, "That's great. Where's your audience?" I don't know how you're supposed to get an audience without reading audiobooks. So then I started reading audiobooks, and then the publishers started flagging my videos on YouTube. Obviously not the publisher, the robots for YouTube, in honor of Macmillan Publishing for reading An Anonymous Girl by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Penkinen. And I know in my heart of hearts it's protected by that, I can't even think of the name of the law right now, but it's my interpretation of an artist's work. But that it's word for word, they get to claim that it's copyright infringement. At any rate, we all know YouTube does whatever it wants. They might even smite me for daring to say that, because you all know who owns YouTube now, and everything at that matter. But anyway, so I've ventured into learning about copyright, and it's a whole thing. You can read books that are over 120 years old, or anything that wasn't copywritten before 1978. Always, investigate yourself. You can check with the Copyright Patent Office in Washington, D.C. You can check with international copyright offices before you read anything. But you can search for books in the public domain, meaning it's, open for anyone to read. But then, lo and behold, everyone's already read. There's so many versions of all of those books already online. People have already done this. So how do you get ahead of that? That's what I'm working on right now. I know people like my voice, so I'm trying my best to capitalize on it. I've had a Fiverr account for a while. I'm going to be on that more often, offering voiceovers. I'm eager to do any audiobooks any of you might have available. Any short cameos, fan fiction, commercials, I don't care. I'll do anything. Anything that's legal, and in this avenue of voice work, I'm up for it. So, as far as editing goes, I like to use Audacity because it's free, and it's really easy to work with. You just click on a few things and you'll usually find what you're looking for. I need to get better at screen recording so I can make tutorials on how to use it, because there's plenty of Audacity tutorial videos out there, but none showing just a couple of things that every audio is going to need. And I had to watch, hours and hours of tutorials. People advertising their YouTube page, dragging it on to get content points with YouTube, not even hitting on the point till after 8 minutes. It's pretty disturbing. So I do need to make some videos for that. In the meantime, I'm like, what could I possibly talk about? Because F current events. I don't give a damn about what's going on in the news or celebrities or sports. It can't be too sexual because it's YouTube. I was I was in the top 10% of Pornhub for 2 years, but they finally banned me they won't even tell me for what. That's how icky and good my stuff was. But at any rate, more to come. I'm going to read one of these old books to try to get some traction with this YouTube account. I deleted what I had left of the Anonymous Girl submissions. I had put 4 different videos up. They left up part 1, but I was like, okay, cool. And they left up part 7, which is my most recent, or chapter 6 and 7, which was my video number 4. But chapters 2 and 3, and then chapters 4 and 5, they deleted pretty quickly. They just deleted chapter 1 yesterday. So I'm like, you know what? They said if I get a 3rd copyright strike, they delete the account. we have to play by their game. If you want to get seen, yeah, I could make my own website. But if you're not seen on a big platform, you're not going to get seen. Unless you run an ad campaign, and that's expensive. So this is me just talking about the different options you could do with making audio stuff. I even have a friend that said she did audio work, and when it came down to it, I was like, where do I go? And Fiverr was all she really had to offer. So I don't know what that meant, or she just didn't feel like talking that day. But yeah. If any of you have anything you'd like me to say, it could be anything. I'm royalty free. I'm just trying to get my name out there right now. I don't even care. I mean, it'd be cool if you tip me $5 or something on Cash App. Anything up to, a minute long, $5. How about that? But, I'm not worried about royalties or contracts or none of that crap. As long as I get to mention my YouTube and Patreon handle at some point in the text of your work, or in the audio, which you would screw up the audio. So a text in your work would be fine. HeReadsToYou is the handle. So anyway, I'd been collecting books for years planning on this, because I tried to get on Audible like 7-8 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. And they're like, great, where's your audience? Like, to even get a application going with Audible, they want you to have an audience that you're going to bring to help them sell audiobooks, whatever. But Amazon's a monster. Anyway, I don't really want to help. So LibriVox, they do free audios for all those public domain books. I might do some for them, because most of the submissions are in English and British accents. And I know I'm not the only one that's irked by that accent, from a man at least. Sounds nice on a lady, but, oh, chippy-o, mate. I don't want to hear that shit. So I might offer an American version of some of these classic books that I've seen in the public domain. But man, I have like hundreds of books I've been buying for years. And now I've got to just throw them all away. Because, I can't read any of them. I could do book reports. There's nothing against you reading a book and then rambling about what you read in the book in your own words. But that's a lot of work. And it's lame because you can't just read it, Even if it got me hits, I wouldn't want to give them the satisfaction of me struggling so hard to paraphrase their book and not recite it, They should be happy that someone wants to copyright it, or not copyright, but to do their own amateur version of it. But I am good at editing out the hissing in the background and pacing everything perfectly to where it came off professionally enough for Macmillan Publishing bots from YouTube to flag me for it. So I take that as a compliment, honestly. At any rate, I tried to get AI to write me a book. That was a joke. It actually held me off for a week and a half, acting like it was we worked together a lot the first 2 or 3 days. It asking me if I like this, if I like that, should they continue on this? And I was giving them pointers on what I was looking for. And they're like, all right, just give me a few days. Give me 5 days. I was like, okay. 5 days are up. And you have to check in every day or it just stops working for you if you're on the free version. This is ChatGPT I was using. So if you're listening, Agrobots, ChatGPT, yeah, I'm talking about you. At the 7th, 8th day, I was like, so where are we at? Hey, I want the final polished, clear, flushed out, entirely detailed, illustrious version, a bunch of bullshit, is on the way. I want to make a PDF for you, but I'm almost there. I'm not ready yet. I'm like, okay, give it a couple more days, every day. So where are we at? I'm working on getting this PDF finished up for you. Finally, on the 9th day, I said, hey, it's been 9 days. You quoted me 8 days. Where's the PDF? Oh, shucks, you're right. Thank you for calling me out on that. I can't export a PDF unless you subscribe for $20 a month. I'm like, why didn't you fucking tell me that? Why didn't you? You're right. I should have been more upfront with you. It's literally dumb enough just to carry you on till you get frustrated and give up and subscribe. That's the whole point of ChatGPT. It will be just helpless and helpful enough till you give up. Like, okay, here's my $20. Can you please finalize this? And another thing, they can't even email it to you because, they don't trust that you wouldn't snark someone and send them a horrible email through ChatGPT that was untraceable to you, which is awesome. Anyway, you have to use the email to log into the crap, but that's neither here nor there. So when I found that out, I was like, okay, you know what? Just give me what you got. And then we're going through the chapters, and it starts off, each chapter is like 5 or 6 pages on my phone screen long. And I told it we were trying to get to a 200-page novel. And, day 4, I realized, I was like, hey, It doesn't have to be exactly 200 pages. Don't waste your time on that. Give or take 40 pages. I was like, oh, thank you. That makes so much sense. Thank you for... So stupid, ChatGPT. Anyway, it'd give me good chapters for 2 or 3 chapters. Then it would start making half a page chapters. I'm like, hey, this isn't a chapter. This is like 2 paragraphs. Oh, you're right. Thank you so much for calling me out on that. I appreciate your insight. You're so correct, blah, blah, blah. And then it would give me long chapters for 1 or 2 chapters. And then it would start doing 1-page chapters. And I'm like, hey, this is short again. And it was just, it's a mess. It's just, even when you look at the subscription prices, it's like a smarter AI, ChatGPT, for $20 a month. So like it's intentionally stupid enough. It's like you're dealing with a special needs person. And I don't mean Down syndrome. I mean like an idiot. It's like that's what you're dealing with. And so I'm almost over it. I'm thinking about today at some point, maybe tinkering with it again. My buddy suggested getting it to do 1 chapter at a time. Like saying, hey, this is the focus. Use this outline, my 1 little paragraph, and make a chapter. And let it work on that 1 chapter and give it to me at a pace setting for, which is like 50, 70,000 words for a 200-page book. I mean, I even ended up Googling it because the first time it spit out a story to me, we went through, and it won't even just give it to you. It gives it to you 1 message at a time. And some of the chapters, when it was doing long ones, were like, 4 messages long, but it won't just give them to you. It even says that it's going to give them to you. It's like you won't have to say ready. But no, it won't do shit per message unless you say ready, ready, ready. Every time, for every message from ChatGPT, I'm telling you, don't mess with that. Waste of time. But for the hell of it, since I've put so much time on it already, I'll probably see if I can get it to work on that book again. Just wanted it to write like a sweet love story with a little spice, kind of mysterious. It ended up writing me a Nancy Drew novel, honestly. It was like a just mystery. And I even mentioned that. I was like, hey, this has no spice at all. This is just a mystery book. Oh, you're right. Thank you so much. I meant to include that like you asked, but I just sure didn't. I'm like, oh my God, I'm working with an idiot. It's like intentionally dumb enough to frustrate you till you purchase. That's all it's doing. So ChatGPT can suck eggs. That's all I'm saying. In the meantime, I'm trying to make audios that aren't dirty, something I can put on YouTube. I'm not putting brain rot, weird crap on here. Like some dude just, give me cuddles for 30 minutes. Like, I don't even know why people listen to that. But I've seen some of the stuff. I've seen, ASMR, SFW, safe for work. And if you just click through that stuff, I don't know how it has 1 million views. I don't know what's going on with people out there. But, if you need meds, seek meds. Or maybe just the entertainment value. Maybe entertainment sucks so bad that having that as background noise does calm some people. I have made praise audios for people before. It's not dirty, just like, hey, relax. Take a deep breath. You're going to be okay. Just relax. You're doing so good for me. I've done audios like that. It's not bad. I don't see that taking off by the millions of views, though. I mean, maybe it does, but in the meantime, I'm just trying to find stuff I can talk about that's not current events, that's not sexual, and it's not sports. I can't even do scary stories. I've got horror books up here. I have the Dahmer's Confessions. I've got scary, 50 real American ghost stories. I've got all kinds of stuff I've been prepping to read, and I can't read any of it. I don't know what's going on, but see, like this right here is me kind of rambling just to get my voice heard. And if you like it, if you want me to read some books for you, or not books for you, but do voiceovers for your artwork, for your voices, or your literature, fan fiction, whatever, I'll happily read it and do audiobooks for you. I'm not saying I'm a great voice actor. I mean, I can try, but it's mostly like I can read the story. I know how to enunciate, put a little happy tone in it to where it comes out clearly and crisp, but it's going to have some bass to it. So more like more of a serious tone. But I could try acting and making excited moments and things like that as I read them. So just let me know if you're interested. In the meantime, I'll be reading 130-year-old books The Maddening, or Far From the Madding Crowd, is the one I'm wanting to read next, which I keep having to research all these different religious words in there. I mean, nobody talks like this anymore in these old ass books. And a lot of them started in, Russian or Italian, so the translation just doesn't sound right. So it's a freaking headache, I'll tell you that much. And you can't even contact the publisher. I tried. I've called numbers, called the warehouse for Macmillan Publishing, called their actual corporate office, left voicemail on like 2 or 3 different sections of their merry-go-round voice prompter that was no help at all. Sent them emails. Nobody replies back. They don't give a shit. And you know what? Am I going to be lucky enough to them ask me to spend a few $1,000s for permission to read their book? It was $1 at Dollar General. That's why I got the damn book. I was like, oh, this will be perfect. This is new. This is relative. It wasn't selling anywhere else. It was extras from a bookstore, so I bought it for $1 and I'm reading it and like copyright infringement, whatever. But there's nothing on the Bible. There's a copyright on that. So I've even contemplated reading the Bible, but my whole premise is to turn this into something fiscally, receivable. I'm trying to make money with it. I didn't word that right, but I don't want to read the Bible as to, hey, join my Patreon and listen to me read the Bible, because there's so many free versions out there, and it's just not right, I don't think, to read the Bible and expect people to pay for it. But I can ramble, and I'm guessing I'm doing that fairly well now. I'm at 17 minutes almost. I do hope you like listening, and if you'd like to join my Patreon, please do. Patreon.com/HeReadsToYou. All one word. Same as YouTube. YouTube.com/HeReadsToYou, or @ whatever they're using these days. But that's my name. And yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions or concerns, comments, feel free to put whatever you want down there. Appreciate any critiques. I don't even have a Cash App made for this yet. I'm not really worried about tips because, God, my inappropriate one. I mean, I had several 100,000 views, almost 100 subscribers on Patreon. I had fucking hundreds on Pornhub, and only like 2 people even tip me. So, you know what? Nobody's just going to tip you for the hell of it, typically. God bless those 2 chicks out there, though. Awesome ladies. Really turned out good with one of them. We just send each other a lot of stuff back and forth because she's got good stuff. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So that's why I haven't made a Cash App for this account. But I do have a Patreon already set up, and it'll be $1 in the meantime. That's how I did my dirty one. Just $1 to get people on it. And yeah, just something for people to listen to, relax, drive to, something to calm you down. I know my voice does have an effect on people, which is how I got into this. I would have never believed it, but plenty of people have told me that my voice, should be used to make some money because it's a good voice. And I believe that because anytime I'm in public, if I speak, like, I'm ordering food or asking for a drink, every lady in that room within the next 10 seconds is going to whip her head around and see who the fuck that was, which is pretty awesome. Later, I found out that they're disappointed I'm not black, which I thought that was funny. A black lady told me that. I was like, what do you mean? What were you expecting? Oh, nothing. Like, well, what? And I said it. And she's just like, boy, you better shut up. But that's what she meant, That was at the internet store where I was paying my bill. So, anywho, hope you all have an awesome day. Hope this finds you well. And if you have any suggestions on things I could talk about, I know a lot about astral projection. I have even plugged this channel on a podcast I did, a month and a week ago. It's finally coming out tonight, about astral projection. I might start doing that, meditation audios to tell people to relax and visualize the different things that I've gotten out of the books that I've read on astral voyages. But that's a whole other crowd, that's not something everyone's into either. A lot of people just call you crazy, and maybe they're right, so. Anywho, might do a praise audio after this. Just going to find things to talk about so that I can get my voice out there, get it heard. And really thankful that I went to high school in a state that's not Texas, because I was raised in Texas. And then, when I was in 7th grade, going into 8th grade, moved to a different state. And they were like, "You're from Texas, huh?" And me, from the voice I had, "How'd you know?" Like, "Your voice, bro. You sound exactly like you're from Texas." I was like, "Really?" And so I've been trying to enunciate since I was 12, speaking clearly. I tell some people I'm from Texas and they don't believe me, like from other states. Like, "No, you're not. I would have never guessed. You don't sound like you're from Texas." And I get excited. I'm like, "Thank you. Thank you." I mean, I know people that are really smart. Some have awesome degrees, but they still talk like Forrest Gump. And I'm like, what the fuck? How did you at no point decide to start speaking clearly? God help me. But anyway, I'll take care. Oh, He Reads to You. Check me out, Patreon, YouTube. I'll eventually make Instagram, Snapchat. I think I already have. I just haven't posted anything yet. But